Well, we're going to oddly start with death for the second week in a row here. This happened right after we signed off recording last week. Pnb Rock, RIP, shot and killed. Should we not look into this a little more? How so many rappers just like get capped? Is that just part of the game?
At similar ages too, with similar life policies from same records. Yeah. We should investigate.
Right. And then there's rumors of everyone being in gangs or not. You got Young Thug going to court. What's going on with this, Brendan?
I was going to say, did you see that his girlfriend he was with posted their location on Instagram an hour before he got robbed and shot? So they knew where he was because of what she posted.
Yeah. And did you see the video?
Yeah, I was just about to say the video is disgusting.
I did not see it.
Oh my God, it was literally watching a guy bleed out on the floor.
And he's twitching. It's graphic.
Yeah. Did they what'd they do? Shoot him up?
They robbed them. Yeah. I mean, he was at a Roscoe's eating chicken.
Right. Of course.
And they just ran up on him and I guess told him to give him all his money and probably his chain or something. And then they just shot him, killed him.
Yeah. Did he give them their money?
I don't know. I don't know.
That wasn't the video.
No, the video was after. The video was him laying there after he had already been shot.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. But I was gonna say, if they shot him after they robbed them, that's even more fucked up too.
Right. You were saying, Jack?
I was gonna say they're probably trying to rob him because they know he's got all probably jewelry and expensive bags and stuff on him.
Which I get that, but that's what I mean is if he was willing to comply,
they just shot him anyway.
Right. Dude, that's so fucked up though. I have no idea. I was just saying, Jack, as you were getting on, I read on this Twitter thread that basically summed up to be similar to other rappers. He had a deal with a big record company that takes life policies, insurance policies on their rappers. Yeah. And I wonder if we should investigate.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's what I was just saying, Jack. Is what is this just part of the game where it's I feel like so many young Polo G, XXX Tentacion, what is going on where all these guys are either getting capped or just dying young?
Sucks that it seems like there's still a lot of that gang violence that happened with rap in the early 90s and stuff that still they're still.
That's what comes to mind, or what I want to think is he involved with shit behind the curtain, or
it's all kind of speculation at this point, for at least from our eyes, I imagine.
Because also, I mean, how long did it take for Lil Baby's thing to play out?
For you mean for Young Thug and Gunna right now?
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I said Lil Baby, but I wonder if that was 12 months in the making, and we'll find out he was in some deeper shit later. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, Lil Baby wants no problems from anyone because he already was in jail, and anytime they ask him, there's a video of someone asking him for his opinion on some rap beef, and he goes no habla inglés. He wants no beef. It's
kind of crazy how Future and Drake and some of those guys have kind of stayed out of it, at the top. Yeah. So RIP Pnb Rock. I'm a big Pnb Rock fan, so I'm kind of pissed. And I doubt he has the catalog that fucking Juice WRLD has posthumously. The line to see the Queen was 3 miles long. What was going on there? You wouldn't catch me dead in that line.
Dude, there's a video of a couple, them interviewing him, saying that they waited that long and that they said it was the best thing they've ever done in their life, better than when their own children were born. I'm like, dude, what?
What is the longest line I've ever waited in? The last
probably an amusement park, and at least you got a thrill at the end. What you're literally going to look at? Was it an open casket? I can't even. You were just going to look at the corpse.
What should I search? Queen's.
Was the Queen's casket open? People waited for up to 24 hours to see her corpse. David Beckham was trending because he stood with the people. He was in line for 10 hours with the people. Now I'm kind of like, wait a second. Is this a little look at me, Louie? But then again, you would have to be all in if you were going to pull this publicity stunt to be like, all right, I'm a man of the people. I'm not cutting the line. I'm standing here. You can't be there for 45 minutes and be like, all right, what the fuck did I just get into?
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, dude, it's crazy though to think that that's like the culture over there, that like people are like that.
Yeah, here we
like,
go. So, I mean, it's like, was she even in there? Or they kind of just like having the, hey, she's there. Don't worry, it's holy. Come see it.
It's got to be open casket on that side, and they probably just set it up so no cameras can get this moment. I guess which I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's crazy how long she reigned, and peaceful times for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe that, standing in the queue, as it's called over there, for that long. And then man of the people there, David Beckham.
She doesn't have any military power, does she? Or does she?
That's a good question, actually.
Speaking of the Queen, because I watched the other night. There's this documentary on Netflix about the Queen's sister, which I didn't really know about her. She had a sister, but basically, I didn't even know the way that she became the queen is her uncle was like the king, and he stepped down because he wanted to marry someone who was divorced, and that's in the royal
wow.
family. And so it was very interesting. And so that they were like the royal family that like they weren't in the public eye, they were just like chilling. And then when she was 11, her dad became the king, so she was the succession, and so she had to become like, they schooled her up, like she had to be like for years, and she had been like best friends with her little sister, and her little sister like basically became like the forgotten child and became a party animal and all this shit. You should watch it. It's actually really interesting.
I'll have to check that out on Netflix.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're at it, let's knock out American politics, right? A man dressed up as a clown while wielding a pistol outside a restaurant was arrested and said he was working undercover to restore Trump to the president king of the United States. The president king. Yes, this is what's going on here. Well, why was he dressed as a clown? Why did that make him undercover?
Where was it? Florida?
It had to have been somewhere weird. That's a knock on me. I should have done the research. Hopefully somewhere far away from me.
Yeah.
President King. Doing the Lord's work. Mike Lindell, our old friend, had his phone seized by the FBI while he was dining at a Hardee's.
Pennsylvania.
You're enjoying a thick burger and you get pulled up on and they want your phone.
They just take his phone. He's scrolling Twitter. They just rip it out of his hand. Thank you. You've been seized.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So Mike doing a good thing. All right. But we can't let Biden skate either. Dude forgot to absentee ballot for his home state of Delaware in the primaries. So he fired up old Air Force One and went and voted in person. Come on. Taxpayers' money.
And the jet tracker was just hot already, so like people are gonna see it.
Well, that wasn't even the most funniest use of private planes used in the past week.
No,
this was actually pretty fucking funny. DeSantis literally wrangles up a group of illegal immigrants, sticks them on a P-jet that simply just drops them off to essentially be homeless, but in Martha's Vineyard. I mean, just totally using these people like as a joke, but probably gave them the experience of a lifetime. Like, was he serving drinks on the P-jet? I mean,
that would be funny. They all get off and they all had a shooter or two. And
I mean, what were you guys' thoughts on this? This was hysterical. Like, this was like a Nelk Boys prank pulled by DeSantis.
It kind of slipped under the rug because it was the same time, but the Texas governor put 2 buses of migrants and dropped them at Kamala's front door on her street.
Well, I think that's a good point there, Jack. Is like that to me is a huge story in itself. And you're right, it did get swept under the rug just because everyone ran so quickly to the DeSantis move, and it might be because it just hypes up more for the the primaries and everything coming up. And I don't know, it's a bigger story than I guess Kamala's front yard.
I loved like the coverage from it where it was like, no, we had to get video of Martha's Vineyard, all the white people there not freaking out and like helping them. But then we also know they were freaking out, and it's left Palace, Martha's Vineyard. Even that was polarizing. I was like, that's just kind of funny, but it's also sad at the same time. They're just toying with these people that obviously have a hardship.
That's
Well,
what
I was gonna say I read too is because Barack and Michelle lived there.
And Martha's, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of
Do they
their
really?
yeah, it's one of their main residences. That's what I read why he did it.
Huh.
But
I mean, that's New York's elite, the Hamptons, Martha's Vineyard,
Yeah.
that's the spot there. Which is, I mean, it's kind of interesting because it's almost like, I mean, Florida's awesome, but it's almost like they're isolated from some of these upper echelon kind of Northeast, I don't know, snobbery places. Like Jackson Hole's like that for like super, like the billionaires. And this is like for elitist, almost, I guess, left-wing politics.
have you guys been up there?
No, I haven't.
I got to go when I was younger, but I mean, it's beautiful. It's an awesome in its own world kind of vibes and stuff like that too. But the whole thing is, I don't know how to feel because I've read a lot of things that are like, I guess, both sides contradicting, and so my opinion is these people are people, and yeah, I hate to see that they're being like used.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a political gain tool. But
at this point, it feels like it's just a fucking political show.
So what did they actually do with them? Like, are they still there?
I didn't know they get like the National Guard or something to like move them to a different location, or
they took them to like they took them to like a local base, and
they took them to the Red Roof Inn down in fucking Port Chester.
Yeah.
Ben Geller wished me a happy birthday, but he apparently doesn't want to come on the pod. I mean, how do you guys think that would go? I think would people hate that? Would that be interesting?
I'd love to talk because just like hear from someone who works in it.
Yeah, no, I think it would be interesting. It's not like I make fun of Biden too. I'm not just gonna like make it awkward. I think it would just be funny as all
hit him
hell.
again. He just never read it. He never read the
right.
Yeah.
Maybe you probably hit him on Instagram. Maybe I have to give him the old Facebook message.
You know what? My birthday's coming up, and he wishes me a happy birthday every year. I'm gonna comment on his Facebook.
Yes. All right. Yes, and I'll comment as well. All right. We'll schedule it through that. And again, happy birthday coming up to our guy Brendan. The Patagonia founder gives his company wealth away to fight climate change.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I would never be. I mean, hey, good for him. I mean.
So he just gave away the entire company, or what did he do?
So it was like it wasn't like the company was all of a sudden gone, but it was like his shares, he basically dissolved for himself and turned it into like, all right, I'm going to give all this money to directly combat climate change.
Does he own other companies? I mean, I'm sure regardless, he probably has a good amount of wealth.
Right. Patagonia is fire too.
Old. I would just have it set up for when I die, like
yeah, right.
But if I was his grandkids, I'd be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
He also just dodged $700 million in taxes.
Yes. No, that's a great point.
Yeah,
maybe a heady play.
Yeah, it might be heady.
I'm thinking of Knives Out, like Chris Evans at the fucking waiting for his share of the way. No, it's actually going to climate change. Who?
Yeah.
This was crazy. And I take anxiety medication, but wasn't it like medically recommended that adults under the age of 65 basically see someone to see if they have anxiety? And the point was due to the craziness of the world the past 3 years.
I heard that.
You guys make your appointments? I mean,
a lot of people. I have a dude who I get prescribed anxiety medicine and my like Adderall because I had another doctor in Columbia who like actually was someone you could talk to, but this dude I got referred from a friend, and the first thing he told me, he's like, yeah, he does phone visits, and one time I forgot I had it and I was in the back of an Uber going out to day drink, and he was like, yeah, we can just do it right now. And the dude and like every call I have with this dude is literally like 35 seconds.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
Like, is this just another way to like grab more cash from medical issues? I don't know.
For sure.
I think so.
Yeah, anxiety triggered since COVID really, but like I think with respect to what we all just said, like I think everyone kind of has it. So I'm trying to just remind myself whenever I freak out, someone else is probably also freaking out.
Yeah, and like I kind of take the lowest dose now just to make sure I don't go back into my like where it was disrupting my life, but way back when. And it's like I don't have Adderall, I'm on an SSIR, which basically does it just kind of mellows me out, I guess. And it just like blocks out those intrusive thoughts, which are the worst part of it. But it's like, are we getting softer, or are we just kind of more aware of what people might be going through? Because you always hear like the old hard asses are like, oh, rub some dirt on it. Don't talk about your feelings. But it's like, hey, maybe this reduces suicide deaths, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think about how like mad ass old people, like old grandpas who are like, don't you don't have to talk about your feelings, like blah blah. And it's like, well, you look fucking miserable right now.
Yeah, we're being a prick was part of being a dad. It was back where you just had, you had to keep your son straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But there is the other thing too, where it's like our shit, like our literal feces as a human population now is medicating the fish in the sea because everyone's taking so many fucking meds.
That's fucked. Well, is it because they're flushing them down the toilet, or is it our literal shit that's doing it?
I think it's got to be both. It's the sewage systems that everyone's fucking med up on.
It's something. Where it goes. Wow. It's just, or like if someone dumps off, like, fuck. Actually, I wonder what they do with like narcotic busts. But anyways, like other than just storing them for evidence for years before then they dump them in the fucking ocean. But dude, if it was, it's a spectrum, but like. If it was black and white, I think, yes, people are getting softer, but also people are at the same rate becoming aware of like, like it's okay, but we can't get too soft on ourselves here.
True. Are you guys big on Twitch? I guess I kind of see everything that streams from Twitch spills over onto other social media, but this was like the hottest topic in the last 2 weeks was ban gambling. Be a better streamer without gambling. Twitch comes out today. They've banned gambling. Stake was all of a sudden super popular. Now they're specifically mentioned as being banned.
I saw all that about the crypto gambling, the stake, but I do follow this big like sports capper online, and he tweeted a statement from them that said they'll still be completely fine if you're using like FanDuel or like the legal ones,
because they're in bed with the NFL. Like TikTok literally has a deal with the NFL, so sports gambling is still allowed. But like the casino games like roulette, blackjack, where they're playing Plingo with Steve Will Do It or whatever you were saying, Bren.
I would think it's dumb. I mean, like why do they care?
I wonder if it's kind of like the Andrew Tate phenomenon where it's like, do we really want to be slamming all these young kids with gambling, with all their favorite streamers, I guess?
Right. But then it's how do you allow sports betting then? Because that's gambling, and it's because they profit off it. Yeah.
I think it also has something to do with the whole crypto thing, like how all those influencers got in trouble for like pumping stuff. Like,
well, because think about it too, like, isn't Drake getting paid money to gamble basically by stake? And it's like, oh my God, you see Drake losing all this money. Okay, I could put more money in, and you're losing your real shit.
Yeah.
What is stake?
It's basically like, I think like they sponsor an English Premier League team. It's basically like London's big kind of presence online, like FanDuel.
It's legal overseas, so like whenever Steve Will Do It was doing it, or out of the country, he would be down in Mexico doing it.
Yeah, you
can't do it in the U.S. legally.
Oh, we're about to get banned
unless you have like a VPN. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
maybe
I mean, it's like Bovada, right? It's kind of like the hipper Bovada almost.
Yeah.
All right, should we play? All right, let's throw 100 on red.
Dude. But it looks like it's all through crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's even sketchier, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. This is stuff I avoid.
Yeah, but they came out today, gambling ban. So that's interesting. I wonder what the fallout will be. Yeah, I wonder if like in a month it'll be like, we announced a new partnership around the guidelines with stake. Now we'll give warnings when we stream gambling, etc.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting. This was on, I saw a clip they talked about on the Dave Portnoy show. I guess the All In podcast, which that dude Chamath does. They had a guy on there who was basically just so adamant, where he was like, brands that don't have some form of content creation are going to go extinct. Like you're seeing like ESPN, there was an article on LinkedIn that just came out that ESPN is literally having a creator academy to try and stimulate their stuff on TikTok. And the guy theorized basically like Stephen A. Smith, all these guys we know on ESPN are all of a sudden going to be replaced by like Brad Easy, Chase and Loot, like our random, like, people that Steve will do it, like personalities that we follow on the internet. It's like the new echelon of famous people.
Kind of sad, really.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, fuck. But I get what the person's saying.
Yeah. It's like Coca-Cola. It's like people.
What's popular now.
Well, that was what's interesting too, is they brought it up. It's like, that's why you're seeing Barstool making soap in the shower, Philly cheesesteaks, why Logan Paul's making Prime. They're trying to go at, would you rather, if you can make a half good energy drink, all of a sudden people who like Logan Paul are going to drink Prime over, say, 5 Hour Energy.
Did you see the new Addison Rae energy drink?
No.
It was on Logan Conrad's story. He reviewed it. He gave it a 1.3, but that's funny. They got an Addison Rae energy drink now.
Like it's already happening and we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
All right. What are we going to create? We'll figure it out. Blueface agrees to go meet his partner's dad, only to knock him out upon meeting him and exclaiming, "I'm her daddy now." This guy is ghetto. What? This was how did this not get more attention?
Dude, is that
is one? Hey, I saw it.
Is there video of it?
We're gonna have to go on the hunt for this.
Wow.
That dude is something like, read into something about Blueface. That dude's living
first thing that comes up is
we got it.
It's a popular search for the video. I can't see the video just quite yet.
Yeah, do some digging. Meanwhile, death, taxes, and me getting roasted on TikTok for a TV or movie opinion. I got freaking flamed for my House of Dragon. I basically was just like, hey, where's the action? Enough politics. Here were some of my favorites. Episode 4 is the best yet. LMAO, bro doesn't understand what GOT is about. Brother, GOT was just as political. Dude, don't watch if you're just expecting stupid battle scenes every episode. This guy's favorite season of GOT was season 8. You might be right. Someone just goes action tard. Bro's favorite movie is probably Fast and Furious 5. It's actually Fast 5, and it was pretty fire, I gotta tell you. I mean, come on. I was watching this latest episode too, and I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? I'm trying to go back and watch it, I guess, and understand more. It's too many, there's so many webs you got to follow. But Jack, have you been enjoying it?
I'm not caught up. I think I've only watched, I fell asleep in episode 3. I need to catch up.
Yeah. I mean, who are these nerds? I thought we were all on the same page. Dragons.
We got a good comment. Someone said, the politics is what makes it a good show. A show where the action is them sitting around a table. Disagree, but good podcast.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Someone else was like, I'm doing dishes, while I was watching. I'm like, that's, kind of a heady play. Gore, Battle of the Bastards. I want to see some dragons, crabs eating people, sicking hounds on your enemies. Not highfalutin conversation about arranged marriage and incest. But that's what we're getting. Yeah. All right, last thing for me, and then we'll get to the tea with Jack D, and then we'll close out by some babbles. I've got a back crack life hack for you. It may sound odd, but you go to the corner of your kitchen counter, right, where the two meet. You put your hands and you basically push yourself up. I tell you what, it aligns you. Like, it kind of gets the back straight. You get a good crack. Test it out.
You do like a tricep dip.
Yeah, kind of just like you push yourself up. Yeah, exactly.
All right. It's all right with the arms of my chair.
You could do it with the arms of your chair too.
Yeah.
You kind of get a little. Oh,
does it crack like your lower back?
Lower back.
You try and like relax your lower end.
See, I have a low back issue, so I literally have to kind of straighten out my hips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
don't
know.
knock it
I know
until
what
you
you mean,
try
though,
it,
Dylan.
listener.
This is the best thing ever.
Yes. All right, that's it for me. Good stuff. Let's get caught up on the latest tea.
All right. The city of New York is suing Donald Trump for $250 million for fraud.
Doesn't he get sued like every other week, and then it's thrown out of court, and then it's another one back in? I don't think anyone's ever going to get this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's said he created more than 200 false and misleading asset valuations.
I don't understand how people do that too. I feel like if I wouldn't even know how to mislead people like with finances. Like, and if I did, I would like fear that the FBI would storm me or find me at a Hardee's and take my phone.
The Mega Millions, they finally like did all the jackpot. They finally did all there's two people that won, so they're splitting the 1.3.4 billion down the middle, and they're taking the 780 lump sum.
So the one guy from Illinois and then someone else won big too.
Yeah,
That's heat.
yeah. So I wonder what that is with taxes. If that's split,
Right.
probably like 400 million or something.
Probably.
This is crazy. So there's a brand called Beyond Meat that's like plant-based.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of Boston's favorite stocks.
Yeah.
It's been getting
So-
crushed anyway.
They're getting crushed because their COO, who's from Columbia, Missouri, was at an Arkansas football game and got in road rage in the parking garage and bit the dude's nose. And he's literally like a COO of like a fucking like big.
I think I saw this on KFC at Barstool posted
Yeah.
a video of it.
They're charging him with terroristic, threatening, and third-degree battery.
What?
That's not very vegan of him to eat human meat.
How does he even do that? He'd have to like go in and then like, from the what he's like going in for like a makeout move and then just like
Imagine if you would have been there and known who he was, and then known to go like short the stock or whatever.
Wait, yeah, exactly. That would be some Bobby Axelrod shit.
Yeah.
He would send a goon to go instigate the fight. Where did the terroristic threat come from? Just from biting someone's nose?
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, what if this dude's about to go to Guantanamo?
I wonder if he was like, I know where you live, and like started saying some fucked up
or
shit.
like he's throwing around the word bomb or some shit. Like I can't even like where did that escalate?
Yeah. So this just solidified that our lower generation is getting dumber. The FDA had to issue a warning against a viral TikTok of people putting NyQuil on chicken and baking it and calling it sleepy chicken. People are actually doing it. It's like the Tide Pod thing all over again.
Yeah. I was wondering, I was like, wait a second, what is the benefit of doing it? Okay, I mean, so it could be sleepy anything, sleepy turkey, sleepy someone's nose.
Yeah.
Did you see the original video? It's kind of funny, actually.
I did
I have
not.
no idea how anyone takes it serious.
Idiots. So Biden, contradicting himself, said the pandemic is over, but COVID is still an issue.
This guy.
So
I couldn't believe he said that. I was like, oh yeah, the pandemic.
yeah, I don't know. Chick-fil-A worker, they're just a different breed. A Florida Chick-fil-A worker, there's a video. This guy tried to hijack a car with a mom and a baby in it in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. And dude ran from, he had the little iPad like chilling where they take orders, dropped it and fucking ran and opened the driver's seat door and dragged this dude out and put him in a chokehold.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow, that's heroic shit.
Yeah.
Dude, but like it made me think like in this day and age, like if you saw an opportunity like that dude's gonna get so much fucking like press, and someone would probably like you could probably get some sort of like deal out of that. Like
Right. Yeah, no kidding.
the dude didn't
Probably get promoted at Chick-fil-A at least, make him a manager.
or they'll let you open a franchise because that shit's one of the hardest things to do apparently.
Just don't open
They
on
go,
Sundays.
like, they like
Yeah, apparently Chick-fil-A franchise franchise, like the worst franchise to own. We had to
Really?
watch a video about it, I remember in college. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't even remember the reasons. But
Prince William just gets to inherit the $1.2 billion estate. That's so insane. That was
no one can buy it. That's the problem.
Right. It's like it was just given to him. Yeah.
Well, like let's just say Elon Musk wants to go buy it. Yeah, he could afford that, but like I think no one in the right mind would be going and buying their estate.
Yeah, right.
Like, I guess that would be kind of an Elon move.
Just because he fucking can.
Right.
Yeah.
McGregor and Mayweather are in final negotiations for a 2023 rematch. Dylan's shaking his head.
I mean, what are we doing there? I mean, I'm more excited for the Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Wasn't Jake Paul a dog, or was it maybe Anderson Silva was a dog? I can't remember. But then I looked deeper. Like, he's a legend, but he's been fighting for so long. This dude hasn't won a fight in almost a decade. Anderson Silva.
Is it Jake or Logan Paul that he's fighting?
It's
Jake.
Jake.
Logan Paul is fucking like about to SummerSlam. He's about to fight for the WWE belt.
Yeah.
Against like Roman Reigns or some shit.
Crazy Jake Paul Instagram, that picture of him beating Anderson Silva when he was like 10 years old.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah. Because I'm just a teenager.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say, dude? How did you see he started like his own sports betting podcast or like sports podcast? I was like, I can't listen to this guy talk about sports for 10 seconds.
No.
Wow.
Did you?
I tried.
Mark Zuckerberg has lost $70 billion this year alone.
But he's, like that's a dent.
Yeah.
From what?
Yeah. Like of his worth because of the stock price getting slaughtered since, well, everyone getting crushed, but also his pivot to the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yikes.
This is interesting. The Taliban released a statement that they're banning PUBG because it's too violent.
They're
Taliban?
Yeah.
They're banning what?
The video game PUBG. That's like that game that all those NBA players play. Like
Okay. Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty, kind of. But
Right.
Like,
Okay.
Kanye's coming out with some dumbass looking sunglasses, but they're called the Yeezy shades, but they're only gonna cost $20. So,
What happened? Didn't Gap drop his ass? They
I thought-
ended their agreement.
was it Gap or was it him who did it?
Maybe it was. Yeah. I mean, I was like Gap. I was like, yeah, who's losing that deal? But yeah, so they're done after their original partnership.
Did you see the video of him going through on his notes app and breaking down all his assets that he has?
I did not. Was it gold?
I'll have to send it to you. It's just
Alright.
funny, like watching him. He's literally just typing it out. He's like 6.6 billion there. Like, what?
Yeah.
Post Malone was performing in St. Louis the other night and tripped
Oh.
and fell in this hole on his stage, and like pretty much like they all thought it was broken, but I guess he just bruised his ribs. But
He went and performed the next night at Columbus, and he like flipped off the area on the stage. Yeah, I thought he broke a rib. Last thing on Kanye, screen recording his notes. It gets an iMessage from Jeffree Star. Whoop.
Canelo has joined the cast of Creed 3, the boxer.
Ooh, okay.
Kind of cool.
I like the Creed movies. I mean, they're good boxing movies, I feel like. Little Disney, but
People are mad that Roscoe's, where Pnb Rock got shot, was open for business 24 hours after. Yeah.
that's kind of fucked. I mean, good God, we saw the spot on the floor he was on.
NBA suspends Suns owner for 1 year, fines him $10 million.
And it came out today he's about to sell the team.
Exactly, for allegations of racism. And
He's basically Donald Sterling, but got away with it for another 10 years.
Dylan, by 2024, American Airlines is planning to have like commercial jets that you can get your own private little cube on, and like,
Ooh, one of my favorite thing ever is the.
Can you lay down in them?
Yeah, that's
like-
first class for New York to London, kind of.
Little
Yeah, so
box.
like.
I'm sure your feet like recline.
That'd be so cool if you could like bring like your Xbox too. And
Yeah. Well, I love the Emirates shit where it's like, yeah, you get your own suite or whatever. Have you seen that shit? That's got to be like, I mean, that's a bucket list, but I probably won't check that off until I'm 85.
That's got to be so much money.
Like at least 10 grand, maybe like 10 to 25, probably.
Yeah. For the Ted Lasso fan, Dylan, are you a Ted Lasso fan?
I kind of. I have to give it a chance. I started, I stopped, but I still plan on watching it. But this was awesome.
If you ever have like hangover anxiety, it's a great show to watch.
Yeah.
It's really. But they Ted Lasso and the team from the show, you'll be able to play in FIFA 23.
So sick. I saw the trailer they dropped and it was super cool. I mean, like, no brainer by FIFA. And I was like, I didn't even think about that, but it was a great idea, and I'm probably kind of pumped to buy it.
Yeah. The next James Bond actor, the producer said, will need to make full commitment to the role for the next 10 to 12 years.
I mean, Jesus
Christ. Yeah, like I don't know what that entails, like if they like can do other stuff.
Yeah, don't tell that to a method actor. I mean, Jesus Christ.
This is pretty funny. UK's Channel 5, which I guess is like one of their big channels over there, opted to air the Emoji Movie instead of Queen Elizabeth's funeral.
Wow, that's savage.
Wow. Jesus.
This is Bezos knows what the fuck he's doing. The Chargers versus Chiefs on Amazon Prime generated more Prime Video signups than Prime Day, Cyber Monday, and Black Friday all combined.
As if people already didn't have Amazon Prime, it's been a part of my life since college, I feel like. But yeah, it's like the NFL just got all those 35 to 60-year-olds who hadn't, heard of Amazon before. Wait, how do I get football tonight? Oh, I gotta
It's literally, I bet there's so many pissed off dads because I saw my dad over the weekend and he was like, I literally couldn't fucking figure out how to get on my TV. So I watched the whole second half in my living room on my phone, and he has an 80-inch TV in his living room.
Like it took Kelsey had to tell me about it in college. Like, wait, an Amazon Fire Stick is like going to change the game. Like she was ahead of the curve before. It was like, wait a second, you got everything on here. You don't need cable. It's all apps now.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Thursday Night Football though.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. They're changing the game with some of those graphics and the stats that they're using.
Yeah, it was sweet. Okay. The movie Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling, they're making a sequel to that.
Nice.
Amazon owns it, of course.
I've never seen that yet.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Is it good? Do you have to see the old one to enjoy it? No.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
There's a new movie coming out about Hollywood in the 30s that has like, it's like a fictional story, but it has like real people like in it too. It's kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood type deal.
Yeah.
But it's coming out in like a month, and I didn't even know it, but it's got Christian Bale, John David Washington, Tobey Maguire, and Margot Robbie, and it looks sweet. Called Babylon.
Oh yeah, no, this is it's Steven Spielberg, right? It's already getting all these or who is it?
I think it's Damien Chazelle or something.
Oh, yeah, but it's getting all these awards.
What's it called?
Babylon.
This is pretty crazy. Better Call Saul has been nominated for 46 Emmys since it premiered in 2015. It hasn't won one.
When is it coming on Netflix? I haven't watched any of the final season. I'm literally like chomping at the bit.
I just finished season 5 the other night.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to watch season 6 really bad. So Sophia Coppola, who's Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, who he made The Godfather and everything, she's a director now. She's making her own Elvis or a Priscilla biopic about Elvis' life. And Jacob Elordi, who's Nate from whatever, is gonna be Elvis. But what's even kind of funnier about it is the girl he dates now, or the girl who Austin Butler dates now, Kai Gerber. She used to date Jacob Elordi, so now she's dated both Elvises, and there's pictures that they literally went as Halloween one year as Elvis and Priscilla. And everyone was just flaming on Twitter that it's going to get in Austin Butler's head and stuff like that.
Did you guys see the new Elvis? Any good? Any takers? Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I thought it was really good.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought Austin Butler killed it.
Yeah.
And then I don't really have any TV show suggestions. I have like that Queen documentary I watched, and I watched this crazy documentary called The Puppet Master Hunting the Ultimate Con Man. That's about this dude who literally was like this dude in England who would like go jump to a new family and like mentally would like abuse them like mentally and like would like just say stuff over and over again until it would get in their head, and then he would take all their money and move to a different place and do it to another family. And it was it was insane.
Yeah. What is this? You've seen it or?
I saw it. I watched it over the weekend. The documentary. It's on Netflix. The Puppet Master Hunting the Ultimate Con Man. It's wild.
I'm in. Oh, I'm about to see it.
Like he convinces this mom to like leave her kids and like because he like had fucking manipulated her that much and all this. It's crazy.
Like psychopathic shit.
Yeah.
I'm binging Curb. I'm laughing my ass off. It's just Larry David. So funny. It's basically Seinfeld, but you're allowed to swear. All right, let's wrap up on Wingin. A great episode this week with some babbles. Alex, what do we got this week?
Shit. Well, I was gonna say, any of you guys got a like favorite emoji, but more importantly, I use, like, I'll start with this. I use the crying face a bunch, where it's like tears running down from both eyes.
That's
and like too. I've had to correct, like that's usually only used whenever I'm actually like laughing, but like some people have like asked them like, are you all right, you crying over there, like stuff like that. So
they got to get hip. They got to get hip.
Is it like older people who are asking you that?
Just random. I just know I've been asked in the past. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I was gonna say, do you guys have any?
Brendan likes the cat crying one. But what, like, so that's when you're really laughing, right, Brendan? Is there one you throw out there when you're like, all right, I just got to throw
No, honestly, if I'm like really fucking laughing, I'll use the one Alex is talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to go the skeleton one for if you're absolutely dead.
Yeah.
See, I'm not. One that has the cross.
Yeah.
That's extra dead.
And then what was it? Oh, I got asked this yesterday by a buddy. Shout out Miller. He goes, so do crabs look at fish like we look at birds?
Like they're just fucking flying above them.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Any thoughts?
I just can't get over the crab feeder from Game of Thrones, where he literally ties you up and the crabs come and eat your decaying flesh. Like, I didn't know crabs did that. Crabs kind of freak me out, if I'm being frank.
They probably do if they're all barred out from the medicine in the waste, just running.
Yeah. Tasting blood.
Yeah, they're probably like, whoa, man.
I need some more of this. They're just going up straight to the source.
Probably all like the turtle in Finding Nemo.
I don't know. I actually think crabs don't have big enough like brains to like process what the fuck is going on like we would.
What do dolphins think though? Aren't they supposed to be the smartest fucking
animals?
Yeah.
Cephalopods might beat them, but which is like a squid.
Yeah.
But,
good stuff. That's the babbles here from Alex Birdie Bursick. We got the tea from Jack D. Good to be with you guys again. We'll talk to you next week. Hopefully no more death. All right, we'll see.